Hello, DAPPS users, and welcome to the DAPPS video tutorial on analysis methods. In this video, I'm going to show you how to use one of the analysis functions available in DAPPS. You will learn how to project life expectancy at birth or E0 for a fictitious country, Poplandia. The analysis function we will look at is E0proj simple. We will start by opening the portfolio that you will be working on. In the home page, click on one of the saved portfolios. In this case, we will select My POP Projection, which we created earlier. You will see that the portfolio is highlighted in green. If you don't have a portfolio yet, please review our other videos on creating a portfolio and inputting data. To project life expectancy at birth using E0proj simple, we need input data containing male and female life expectancies. In DAPPS video tutorial number 2, we saw how DAPPS calculated the male and female life expectancies associated with the age-specific mortality rate, NMX, and saved them as a separate entry in the input page. You can see this input by clicking on the input icon on the purple vertical menu bar and then clicking on the mortality icon. E0_2020 should be listed. Running an analysis method. Now, click the Analysis button on the left vertical menu bar. This will bring you to the analysis page. We will start by clicking the green New Analysis button at the top right corner of your screen. This will bring up a pop-up form. You can click on the Select an Analysis Method button to see a drop-down menu of the methods that are currently available. We are going to scroll down until we find the mortality method header. Underneath the header should be listed E0proj simple. Click on it to select it. You will see a brief description of the method with information about the required input data. On the right of our screen is where you enter the input data and other information needed to project life expectancy. Click on the E0 button to show available data. Select the data that you want to use. In this case, we will select E0_2020. Next, specify the final year of output. For this example, let's choose the year 2050. Click the button, Select Interval. For this example, we will select 5 for a 5-year period. Next, click the button, Select Model. We have a few choices: All, Fixed High Mortality, Fixed Low Mortality, Fitted High Mortality, and Fitted Low Mortality. These options represent two methods to project life expectancy in two mortality contexts: fixed and fitted slope logistic models in high and low mortality contexts. We generally recommend using the fixed model using data from the most recent available year. The fixed slope model assumes a general trajectory of life expectancy that is the same for all countries, but with different starting values. The fitted slope model uses all available life expectancy values from the data to calculate the slope. Only use the fitted model if you think that the trend in life expectancy for your country is different from the general pattern, and that the pattern is likely to continue. Both models use a set of upper and lower asymptotes. The choice of high or low mortality countries determines the asymptotes for both models and the slope in the fixed slope model. If the population that you are projecting has low mortality, select the low mortality option. Otherwise, select the high mortality option. For this example, let's select Fixed Model High Mortality from the drop-down. Then, under the section labeled Parameters, you need give your file a name. You can see that DAPPS has given it a default name, but you may want to name it differently. You can do that by clicking in the box next to File Name. Type the name of your file. We will name this file E0proj_census E0_2050_fixed high to mirror the inputs. Scroll to the bottom of the screen and click Add Method. This will take you back to the main analysis page where we can explore the results. Exploring analysis outputs. On the left side of the screen, you will find the results of the analysis that we just ran, E0proj_census E0_2050_fixed high. Click on the analysis output name to expand it. You now see a list of 5 data tables. Next to each data table there are 2 icons. A square table that will display data in the right window as a table if you click it, and a downward arrow that will allow you to download the table. Let's click on Display Data Table. Use the drop-down menu to select how you would like to display the output. Here, we see table and line graph. For our example, let's select line graph. You can expand the output window if the graph looks too small. You can also hide the left column using the black arrow button on the far right corner. This lets you use the entire screen for displaying the outputs. Clicking again takes you back to the split screen display. The gray output display area can be used like a dashboard. For our example, let's add a new table in this area by clicking on another output display table icon. You can expand the table by the orange dot line to view better the content. Updating and deleting outputs. You can change the file name by clicking on the orange edit icon, entering the new name and clicking Update Attributes. Additionally, you can delete the file by clicking the red trash can icon and clicking OK at the prompt. There are a few export options available on the analysis page by right-clicking on different objects. You can export a graph by right-clicking on the graph itself in an output display window. This brings up a pop-up box asking if you would like to download this graphic as an image. Click on Export. Then, another pop-up box will open that lets you select where you want to save the graph. You can also click on the download arrow next to the name in the list of outputs. This also brings up a confirmation message followed by a dialog box asking which type of export you would like to do. There are two options for exporting data from the analysis page. Data can be saved as a CSV file. Or, if the data has the right format to be included in a projection, data can also be saved as an input. In this case, we'll save the data as an input to be used in a projection later. A text input box should appear to allow you to name the new input. The default name is the same name as the output, but we'll rename it to D0proj_census_fixed_2020-2050 so that it has a more descriptive name. Click Add to Inputs. Now, if we go back to the input page, we can see our new life expectancy at birth time series in the list of inputs. You have now successfully projected life expectancy using DAPPS and saved it as an input to be used in a projection later. This concludes our lesson on projecting life expectancy in DAPPS. In the next video, we will show you how to run a projection in DAPPS. Check out our other videos in this series to discover more ways to use DAPPS.